This is your course in General Chemistry for Engineers. It is a combined lecture and laboratory course which you'll be completing in one semester. For some engineering courses, this will be the only chemistry course in your curriculum. But chemical engineering students will expect more chemistry courses during the duration of your 4-year undergraduate curriculum. Today, my discussion will focus on the following topics included in the course syllabus: why engineering students need chemistry, course assignments and assessments, and laboratory techniques. What topics are included in the course syllabus? 1. Energy. 2. The chemistry of engineering materials. 3. The chemistry of the environment. 4. Chemical safety. And 5. Special topics specific to the field of expertise. There are, however, subtopics per major topic. These topics provide the chemistry concepts which may or may not be covered in your engineering curriculum, but which are generally understood in the scientific and engineering multidisciplinary community. For example, some concepts included in general chemistry are also covered in physics, like energy. Or some concepts are included in general chemistry but not elsewhere, may be assumed in later engineering courses. For example, the chemistry of environment will later on be in your environmental engineering course. There is also the chemistry of engineering materials, which cuts across all disciplines in engineering. Likewise, these topics provide more emphasis on the calculation techniques rather than theoretical concepts. Except with the chemical engineering students, you need to master both to prepare yourself for the licensure examination and your work in the field. Why do engineering students need chemistry? As engineering students, you need to understand that when you become engineers, and for some as technologists, you will be working with multidisciplinary teams in your workplace. You should have therefore enough knowledge of general chemistry to perform successfully in your teams that include working with chemists, preparing reports which accurately represents chemical concepts, reporting to chemists, and supervising chemists. This is the most obvious reason why you need chemistry. Our course assignments and assessments. All engineering courses undergo various accreditation, like the Accrediting Agency of Chartered Colleges and Universities in the Philippines, AACUP Incorporated, and the Certificate of Program Compliance, COPC, of the Commission on Higher Education, to name a few. Thus, these topics and activities incorporated in the course syllabus are designed to successfully comply with the standards set by the accrediting agencies. Each of these topics covered in the course syllabus has a corresponding activity which you must comply. This forms part of your formative assessments. Each activity prepares you not only in terms of knowledge, but also aptitude for the next activity, a prerequisite therefore. Being a prerequisite, you are expected to complete an activity before you proceed to the next activity. You will not be issued the succeeding activity unless you do complete the present activity. In accordance with the spirit of the outcomes-based education, your formative activities will be ungraded. The graded activity is the summative assessments given at the end of the semester, the multiple choice question comprehensive examination, and the end of the semester EOS project. The multiple choice question comprehensive examination is 60% of your total grade, and the end of the semester project is 40%. This means, having mastered all the formative activities, if you did your activities correctly, you are ready for an assessment at the end of the semester. In other words, it seems irrelevant when students ask the instructors why they were receiving a failing mark in the course when they had passed all the assignments. The more relevant questions are, did you perform the activities correctly, or submitted the activities just to make it appear that you submitted? Number 2, did you get a passing mark in the comprehensive examination? And number 3, did you get a passing mark in the EOS project? Your grades in the course will be based on these criteria, regardless of whether you are a scholar or not, or you have a social and political connections in the university. Remember, universities have retention policies which are discussed during the student orientation forums. I hope you'll listen well or have listened well during the orientation forum. Finally, on laboratory techniques. Your course in general chemistry will be taught in a flexible learning environment, synchronously and asynchronously. The learning materials and activities are all posted on the online platform so that you can study and work on them independently or collaboratively with your classmates at your convenient time. However, you will be required to attend either virtual online class sessions or in-person sessions depending on the need of the class activity. Laboratory sessions, if required, will be conducted in person at the chemistry laboratory. So let me end this session with a few tips on the laboratory techniques. Number 1, safety first. This will prepare you for industrial safety paradigm. On safety, read the signs in the laboratory first. When you are not sure, ask the lab in charge. Second, engineering report style write-ups. There is a specific format to follow for writing your laboratory report. Ask your instructor for the format. Number 3, CPR writing combined with experiments. Calibrated peer review or CPR. In the absence of the software, please ask your peers to critique your writing. Read completed reports to have a better idea on how you will write your laboratory report properly. Number 4, economic or environmental connections with experiments. When discussing your laboratory findings, conclusions, or recommendations, try to relate the economic or environmental issues with your experiment. In fact, even before you start your laboratory experiment, you must think of the economic and environmental implications of the laboratory activity. Number 5, there are emphasis on authenticity of data. Remember, there are ethical values that goes with conducting laboratory experiments, especially when reporting results. Please present the results accurately even when it is counterproductive for you. Authenticity is a responsibility of every researcher. Authenticity is a responsibility of every student. Avoid fake news.